And that's somebody we haven't actually seen for a little while.
Generally, he's dropped off a fair amount. The Rylai's nerfs hurt him a decent amount, so he's not the omni
Seen ever. Usually kind of like the cream of the crop pick when it comes to the tanks in the top lane, but this could just be GCU during the draft phase.
You know, Sion is the best pick of the tanks into Jace. He likes playing Sion anyway, so perfect. We'll play Sion into Jace, and then it gets flexed into Maokai. Quas coming down when he did it.
There's 4 wards and a Scuttlecraft on their side, so they're ready and wailing for these fights. She's going to get locked up by the Chains of Corruption, and we said that, hey, there's going to be a Vi, there's all these teleports, everything could happen, and
yeah, we're going to see if Sentinel can answer back. He wants to get involved in this action too. Looking at Phoenix in the mid lane, though. He is a little far away. Does land the flash Q, has an ult follow-up, and now Hatrix is involved.
yeah, and Phoenix burns his flash to try to get out of that one, but the gap closing from Sentinel is there, and he's wanting to pick up that kill. The Ghost is out from Hatrix as Ivern and Daisy have shown up. Solo on the bottom side of mid lane as well. Hatrix is running towards Quas, so it looks like he is going to be able to get away from this one.
Anything going. We see the game plan that Tempo Storm had, forcing a lot around the bot side, but they're not actually getting anything done. As we see, once again, the mid lane force works out in favor for them. Phoenix is going to get dropped. Eventually, maybe he turns back on his Sentinel.
He gets the kill! The redemption buy from Ivern keeps him alive, and Phoenix is able to trade 1 for 1. I think that one up to the Ocean Drake will go down, but that's a tower and a kill being traded over in favor of GCU. That long lane by himself. Try to get some split pushing pressure down, but that does open him up a little bit to Sentinel. That's why we did see Ivern hanging around, putting a couple of wards down. But when Sheep joins the fray, that's just stuff. I don't think there's enough redemption or anything there to save Phoenix this time.
Yeah, that time you see Santorin trying to help out again, but Phoenix popped the Edge of Night preemptively.
Not enough to keep the skin.
Because I'm looking at this Maokai skin. You got like the Candyland, whatever it is, Ivern skin.
Candy Cane Ivern.
Candy Cane.
The dead Hatrix.
The dead Hatrix. As Phoenix goes, picks up a kill.
Skin.
Yeah, that's not a skin. That's just the dead Hatrix.
Vision control into their opponent's side of the jungle as soon as they knock down multiple outer towers, which they just get their second one on the bottom side of the map. So things are looking relatively good for the side of GCU if they're trying to replicate the success they had in game number 1. However, this time around, Rakara is going to get jumped on by Hatrix. The Chaos Storm went out as well as everything else. The teleport coming in from Maokai will wind up being canceled. So there's no more global there, but Quas has already come down on this bottom side. He's going to charge into Mad Life. The ultimate has already been burned by Tarek, so he's going to wind up going down to the Malzahar. Rakara now being jumped on by Zentel on the backside. Santorin's trying to keep his AD carry alive, but now he's going to be the focus. And piercing arrows do come across the back from Rakara. Santorin has to flash away, but Quas gives a little bit of a chase, but he is going to back away. But Phoenix on the opposite side.
Turret right in front of his face, but it does allow you to try and force plays in other places on the map. See, Sentinel go in, but Quas isn't using his ultimate. There hasn't really been a time where all three, you know, chain their ultimates with the Sivir to get onto a priority target.
Now with all that vision denial and the pressure they've garnered in multiple lanes of the map, they're going for a Baron attempt that's only going to be spotted just now. It's already below 3,000 HP. Chains of Corruption did go out from Rakara though. Malai's going to pop the Tarek ultimate, so there's no worry about them getting engaged on in the pit. Solo did go forward to just zone them out even further, and now the Tempo Storm sees the Baron go down. They're trying to take down GCU. Quas is in the backline. The Nethergrass had already been used. Nobody from GCU is really going down quite yet. Solo's Guardian Angel will get popped. Santorin's going to get taken down after the Assault and Battery is used. Mad Life now has been caught out by Quas and Tempo Storm. They're able to turn the tides in this fight. The Baron goes to GCU, but 2, potentially 3 kills go down in favor of Tempo Storm.
Just a slight overextension for Gold Clan United. They were boot into Bar Assault with a Ivern
root.
Yeah, they have a number of roots, but they have to hit one to really start something. They can't force quite as hard as, you know, Tempo Storm can with just a Malzahar face laser.
Yeah, but they wind up using it onto Solo, and they wind up trying to lock up Quas in the front line as a response. The 2 tanks, the one's taking a lot of damage, but Freeze is the first one to melt through the tank on GCU's side, and that opens up the Assault and Battery afterwards. A double kill has now been picked up by the Sivir. Zenzel with the flash, and the Vault Breaker catches on to Phoenix. He's the one that's behind the gate. The Sivir ultimate's being used right now to try to chase down, but that's going to be 2 more quick kills picked up by Tempo Storm. Yeah. But there's been an influx of gold on Tempo Storm. Quas has gotten super tanky with his Randuin's Omen, Spirit Visage, has Mercury Treads for himself. Sivir from Freeze has really come online. 3-0 and 3, Infinity Edge, Essence Reaver, and the Mortal Reminder picked up now. So he's going to start ripping through these targets, able to lock down like Solo in the front line. Mad Life has to use the ultimate to keep his tank alive, and now the chase is coming out from the side of Tempo Storm. Sentinel comes over the wall. The Redemption winds up getting used. It's going to be the opposing one as Tempo Storm utilized that one to try to get some damage down into GCU, and now it's all up to GCU to try to kite back, but you can't lock down the Quas ultimate. He's in the front lines. The redemption is used on the allied side there. They are going to want it taking down Santorin. One tree will fall. He'll come back up from the Guardian Angel. He's stuck in the backlines. He will fall again. They've taken down the second tree, and they're just going to try to rip through. Hatrix will wind up picking up a kill on a Madlife. They have only lost one. It looks like a double kill being picked up now for Sivir. And although Quas has gone down, there's been 3 on the side of GCU.
Yeah, look for a second there like GCU might be able to turn that fight back, but Freeze comes flying in, finishes off Rikara.
Ooh.
As Phoenix, like I say, is still alive. He does a lot of damage to get some poke down. Decent chunk down onto the turret, but not a ton. So they do press the Sivir go button, scare him off the turret, and that thing
And
goes
the
down
Scion
quick.
go button, but he gets stuck in traffic, runs into the tower, but that's enough to scare GCU away. Solo in the front line, like you said, getting locked down. Malzahar ultimate was on him, and he winds up falling. That's the front line for GCU. Don't really have another tank left open. There's an Ivern, but that's about it. The inhibitor winds up going down. The mid lane one is already down as well. That's super minions in the base. That's Baron buff minions in the base. And that looks like it might be Tempo Storm trying to tie this one up at 1 apiece. GCU are going to try to defend this one, but Ivern goes down. Hatrix winds up picking up Madlife, and now there's only 2 carries left for the side of GCU. Phoenix has to flash away. Sivir picks up a double kill as Varus goes down in the fountain, and that's another 1-1 tie in the Challenger Series.